3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to her channel. How do we do that? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Mashika and today we're in discussion with
Sophie!
Sophie Łukasz-czyk, aka dancer, professional vlogger, professional TikToker, professional everything.
I'm just a student, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just sum it up. Okay, so May is the mental health month, and in light of that, I just wanted to do a short series where we talk about some controversial topics and some controversial, some more low-key topics, because I feel like even though we've heard this before, everyone has a unique opinion, and I've chosen Sophie as one of my first guests because she's one of the most positive people that I have in my life that have impacted my life in different ways, and I just really wanted to hear her opinions on these things, and I think you guys will be interested to see a different perspective as well. So, let's get into the video! First question being, I want you to tell us a bit about your journey and what has really made you involved into the person that you are today. Mainly because a lot of us here must have seen you on the channel anyway, but we still need to get to know you a bit more intimately so that we understand your perspective on these questions when you answer them. So I just want you to tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, how you evolved, anything that you're comfortable with.
Okay, cool. So, hi, I'm Sophie also. So I have a younger sister, and from the youngest age, I remember both of us being involved in like many extracurricular activities, like playing piano or like musical lessons, like judo. My sister was really into it, and I've been in dance classes. I've been in dance classes since I was like 5. I started going to the same dance group that my mom used to dance in, so that's where I started. But then like I just kept going like further into the groups, and then I just left the school, went somewhere else. So the dance was the one activity that actually stuck through all the years, and I'm still doing it more or less now. With my uni and school has been challenging and the pandemic, but I'm still trying to do as best as I can. So yeah, I've been dancing for like 15 years already because I'm 20, and because I had so many extracurricular classes. I just can't say that word, sorry. I think it just taught me from the young age, like time management and like organization, and I'm a Virgo, so that's my natural trait to be like organized. I don't know if you guys believe in astrology.
My natural face is just to be chaotic, but go on.
Exactly.
Which is polar opposites.
Yeah, so then when I got into school more, like high school, A-levels and stuff, it became challenging to balance everything and not get overwhelmed with all the responsibilities I had on myself. I started dancing in another city, so I had to like commute 1.5 hours the one way to the dance classes, and then learn on the way there and study on the way there, do my homework there, because that was the only time I had. And that like brought me some anxiety, some overwhelming thoughts, I guess. And I also am ambitious, so I wanted to get into like my dream uni, which is one of the most challenging places to get into. So year 13 of my studies was a big one, I would say. And I guess that's when I started to value mental health as much, because I just saw the most problems I had, like the anxiety, just like thoughts that were not as pleasant. Like I stopped being myself and everything. It just became a bit too much. So I guess that's when I started to really look into myself, my habits, like what caused that, you know?
I totally get that. So you mentioned that you had a lot to balance on your plate. You had dance school, which you've been doing since like 12 years, 13, more? 15 years! She's been doing dance for 15 years, she's been doing school. On top of that, you had high ambitions where you had to give 100% to everything that you were doing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, what exactly keeps you pushing or motivated through everything? Because I can only imagine how stressful and hard it must be to be able to balance everything. Not only to be able to balance everything, but balance everything perfectly and ideally and you said you're a Virgo, time management is your skill, but is that what helped you get through the whole situation, or is there something else?
Time management is for sure a big thing, because you just have just 24 hours in a day, and like 8 goes to school, like 4 or 5 hours went for me to commute from house to school and from school to them. So you just have to find those little time slots where you're free to do whatever you want and actually use them as best as you can. Obviously I wasn't doing that all the time. Like there were some train rides when I was just scrolling on TikTok, or like, it wasn't TikTok then.
I think it was Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, or like texting
Snapchat,
people. Or just like sleeping, literally, because it was a big thing. I was really sleep deprived at the time.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
So you just have to, obviously it won't be 100% ideal. You need those time to scroll, to like get your mindless time, just those 10 minutes to get, to wind down from everything. The thing I also feel like it's really important to have just like a day off a week. Just like to do nothing, to recharge your batteries, because if you keep going and going and going, you're gonna burn out so quickly, and you're just not gonna wake to want to do anything. So that's for sure a very important thing. Just like lay in bed and like do nothing, or like do whatever you feel like. Just go ice skating, meet up with a friend, watch a movie. That's also a big thing. Just to do things that you enjoy. Yeah. You cannot be only work all the time. So doing things that actually like makes your heart happy. How cliche that sounds, but that's actually
it's really important. That's what we're doing right now, kind of.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, just that. My friends and family. I love my friends and my family. So spending time with them and just talking to them if I have any problems, and like just them saying that I know it's hard right now, because it is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy all the time. Exactly. But you're going to get through it, and like just thinking about the end goal. I was just thinking about the day I get into the UCL thing, like my college, and I'll be just like, I've done it. I'm proud of myself. Just imagining the feeling that you're already there and the satisfaction that it will give you. I think that drove me. Okay, sorry, drove me the most, just to feel like that was my dream for so long, like since I've been a child. So just to get that dream like ticked off from my list, it was just like my biggest motivation, I guess.
That feeling of accomplishment from yourself is like on another level, and I feel like when you really imagine yourself and the sensations of how the situation's gonna look like, how your dream situation is gonna look like, it's like a way of manifestation. Exactly. Which I also have to mention this, I didn't want to interrupt you, but when she said that she's sleep deprived, I mean, since she's joined school, because I haven't known her from the beginning, I think we got to know when you joined in your 2016, somewhere around that, so...
15?
Yeah. 16. But like since then, from that point up until the last day of you at school, I remember just coming into school and we had this like table with... We don't have neighbors. That's my parents. What are they doing?
That's some good self-installation right there.
I come into school and us girls, like us 5 best friends, which is on my previous video on the glass up.
Shout out to Emma and Reeve.
Exactly, and there will be a link here for you guys to watch the video again. So make sure to check that out, because we get into some deep there as well. But coming to what I was saying, I'd come into school where all 5 of us would hang out 30 minutes, 20 minutes before the lessons start, and usually she'd always be the first one to come in. So school starts 8:30. I thought I'd come in early, like 8 o'clock, 8:10, but she would be there an hour earlier than that, like 7 sometimes. You'd be just in school at 7. 1 hour like either doing her stuff before school starts, homework or whatever, studying. And then when I'd come in, sometimes I'd just see her like on the table sleeping. I have like pictures of her on like 2 chairs in between breaks, on 2 chairs, just laying cuddled up, like in full chaotic situation where kids are screaming and she's just sleeping. And that kind of just made me feel that I don't do anything with my life.
Come on.
You know?
That was going to a bad point that you're sleeping and like...
But that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, there was me who saw you working so hard, and I felt like I am not doing enough, but I didn't even realize at that point what you might be going through. That how chaotic it must be in your head, and I feel like I've only come to understand this now, where
I haven't really opened up about that.
Yeah, you haven't opened up about that, but that's one thing. But the second thing is like, even if you would have opened up, I feel like you have to really have gone through something to understand it deeply. And she's older than me, so I feel like when I was in her shoes and in her position this year, year 13, I felt what she went through. And even though our year was mostly through the pandemic, I started different things. I started a business, I started doing YouTube, social media seriously, I started taking my health seriously. I started just building up so many things to do in my timetable where I just could not handle it anymore. And I've had breakdowns, and I had days where I was just like, Sophie, come over, Sophie, can we have a sleepover, Sophie, can we do something? Or like with my mom, just sit down, have wine, or just spend a day in bed watching Netflix. Like that's all I would do, but I did not even understand how naturally it's so important for us.
It's so normal for us to like come through or like go through such hardships like panics, like anxiety.
Exactly.
Especially in year 13, which is the last year, if you don't know, like after that you go to uni. Like uni applications, just the grades, everything. You're stepping into your adulthood.
Exactly.
You feel like you're wasting time. You don't know what you're doing. It's like a midlife crisis at the age of 19, 18. And like there's so much responsibility standing on you because like you have to study for your exams that will basically determine your future. It seems like the end of the world, and I told you that I would never repeat year 13. I can go through anything else but will not repeat it. So it's a lot, but you're gonna get through it. You just have to remember about the end goal.
Exactly. You just have to keep your focus straight. It's just hard sometimes to keep that.
And it's completely normal to have worse days and like not feel motivated.
Exactly. And I feel like it's just so underestimated. Like you said, uni applications. I started mentioning bigger things like YouTube. Like people think that YouTube is so easy, just record a video, post it. No, it takes so long. I sometimes sit there for like 8-12. That video, Glass Up with the Girls, it took me around 8 to 10 hours just to edit that video. And that's, like Sophie said, in a day you have only 24 hours. And spending majority of that sleeping, eating, shitting. And at the same time, you cannot forget about yourself. You cannot be like sleeping 3 hours a day. Exactly. You have to take care of yourself. Like, add to that all like taking school serious. It takes so long. Or uni applications are also so underrated. Like everyone's like, it's so easy. You just have to put your details. It took me a month to gather my documents. And I
personal statement. If anyone's writing it, just start early.
Yeah.
Start early.
Don't be me.
Don't be me. I started like 3 days before.
You started 3 days before? I did not even know what a personal statement was.
Yeah, it's a lot, and our journeys are not the most peaceful ones. With
I don't think anyone has one.
Everyone's going through the same thing, and it's okay if you're not up to date with everything. Honestly, I have so many assignments due right now, but I'm chilling.
I'm like less than 30 days before exams and I barely have everything covered, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Eventually you're gonna look back and you're gonna be laughing at this moment, so you just gotta remember that, you're gonna get through this. It's not the end of the world, and you're not alone in this. That's one thing I think is really not stressed enough. You are not alone in this. Whatever you're going through, I bet you 1,000%, at least, if you don't believe anything else, at least one person is going through the same thing. And this is a perfect example of that.
And remember, it's okay to ask for help. I was on medication half of my year, 13, just like help me.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. But yeah, from like March or like February till the end of year 13, I was on medications like helped me calm me down and like actually get me out of bed because it was bad. So it's fine. It was mostly stress and like being overwhelmed from everything happening because it was really intense. So it's so okay. Like I know so many people who are in therapy who struggle with some things, so it's really good to like ask someone for help and you'll feel so much better. Exactly. It's gonna help you. So everyone's going through the same thing. I cannot feel something. Did your parents come on?
I don't have neighbors and I don't have a street for like at least like half a kilometer away from here. So, and that's also a main street. Like I don't.
Okay, let's ignore that.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just
sorry if there's background music playing in here. It's my family.
So yeah, it's totally normal. Ask for help.
Okay, that was a very long
sorry.
discussion, so we're gonna stop there because a lot of it will be discussed further in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.
Follow me on Instagram.
Follow her on Instagram.
It's gonna be linked down
below. You know what to do. You know the drill. Follow, like, subscribe, share. We love you guys and see you in the next episode.